Happy Aloha Friday, everyone, and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host, Chad Owens. We made it through another week. Yes, and another exciting show for you guys as always. So like we always do, let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. In local sports news, the DOE has mandated vaccinations in order for high school student athletes to participate. And this is causing an uproar. Because why now? Why right as school starts? Why right before a football season is about to begin? You know, there's a lot of questions that I've been getting. You know, last year, like a year ago, at this same time, a decision to push back fall sports was made. COVID numbers was rising, but you know, the fact that we have more people vaccinated now, and for some odd reason, the numbers are a lot higher than they were when 0% of Hawaii was vaccinated. So those are like the mind-boggling questions that are going around, and so the result of that is families, coaches, athletes are fed up, right? So one of two things are happening. Families, well, last year families moved away to give their kids an opportunity to participate and play football. This year, that's probably going to be a likely scenario for a bunch of these families who are really trying to help their kids pursue that dream of theirs. The other alternative is, yeah, kids are going to stick it out. They're going to wait it out. Some are going to get pinched and be forced to get the vaccine, even though it's against their own beliefs, because they're desperate. And that's where I feel like people are getting taken advantage of. You know, in desperate times, you do things that you wouldn't normally do. And so, you know, we need to come together and figure this thing out. And there's going to be some legal action taking place. I know that there's things happening right now because it was successful in other states, other areas, other countries. And so, at the end of the day, our kids, our student athletes should not suffer. They shouldn't suffer. They've suffered long enough. The mental health issues that arise from this is the real pandemic. So we need to figure it out and figure it out fast. Also, Stephen Tsai has an article in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser talking about how the University of Hawaii student athletes also is requiring to be getting vaccinated. That's a sticky situation again in itself. But this is what's going on. This is what our state is choosing as the best option right now for our student athletes. Why only the student athletes? Right? There's other businesses and government workers and things, but you know, we all know that there's a lot of other businesses going on. There's a lot of other things happening that aren't requiring vaccinations. So again, just causing a lot of uproar and questions in the community. So that's on that end. But on a positive note, the University of Hawaii football team got a chance to practice for the first time on the newly renovated Ching Field, where they're going to be having their home games this year. So it's always good to, you know, get on that game day field, to get that feeling, to get that vibe of what it's going to be like on game day. They're hitting around, they got the pads, they're excited. I know everyone's excited for football to kick off for the University of Hawaii. And yeah, let's see what happens. You know, the season opener, first game of the season is always the tone setter. So let's come out on top, let's continue to grind, and let's make sure that we come out with that win come week one. Let's go. And in the pro football world, I talked about it. I was excited about it. The CFL season kicked off. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, the 2019 defending Grey Cup champions, defeated the Hamilton Tiger Cats on home turf 19-6 in that opener. You know, this is going to be a shortened season for the CFL, so coming out on top week one is always important. But this was a West versus East game. Every game is important, yes, but it's more important to win your division, to win your side. So the Ticats, they're really good at home. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers are really good at home. And so they're going to get to play each other again in Hamilton. So we'll see if Hamilton gets to even that score. In the NFL, preseason kicked off in the Hall of Fame game. Woo, man, an opportunity for these young guys that are on the bubble, to showcase some skills, to make a football team. And the Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Dallas Cowboys 16-3. You know, I remember my first preseason game. It's jittery, it's nerves, but there's also that excitement. You know, you're in the NFL, dream come true. So shout out to all the rookies who made their debut. And man, you can officially say you've played in the NFL. I know that's not the end goal, but look, that's more than a lot of people can say. So congratulations on that. And congratulations to Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen, who signed a massive extension, 6 years, worth $258 million, with $150 million guaranteed. Oh man, let me get that money. Well deserved. Josh Allen has been balling for the Bills, helped them, you know, get to the playoffs and doing those things to help turn that team around. They're going to be serious this upcoming season, because with more experience, more time under your belt, with the group, that core group of guys, you just get better and better and better. So Bills Mafia, stand up. Today's Olympic coverage is brought to you by Aloha Termite and Pest Control and Hawaii Honda Dealers. And into the Olympics we go, and this story is not so much of a highlighted athlete, but it's a highlighted story, in my opinion, because the U.S. men's track and field team is about to be shut out of gold medals in all running events. You know, there was a point in time where the U.S. men's track team was the dominant thing. They're almost destined to win gold every single year, or every single Olympics. And, you know, here comes Usain Bolt, right? Jamaica, man, even Japan, Canada, right? With DeGrasse, like there's guys with elite level, gold medal, Olympic speed that are from other countries and that are representing. So, you know what? It's, yeah, as a United States member, it hurts a little bit, but you know what? As a person who appreciates sports, who appreciates competition, I'm happy to see that globally, hey, it's starting to balance out. And that's what you want. You don't go to the Olympic Games for a shoe win-win, for a guaranteed gold, right? You want to see a battle. You want to see a competition. You want to see it come down to the wire each and every time, and you want to get challenged. And so I know it's disappointing for the UH. I keep saying UH. I'm excited for football. Although it's sort of a downer for the U.S. men's track team, hey, you got to go back to the drawing board. You got to go back to training. You got to go back to work and see how can I, as an individual, get better to help this team, right, as a whole. And so that was this highlighted story. It's not a knock. We're not knocking our U.S. men's track team. No, we're elevating the other competitors. And that's what I'm about. I'm about that. Okay, so congratulations to everyone who participated at the Olympics, that made it. That's a huge step. And so, yeah, hey, back to the track, back to work. Today's Olympic coverage was brought to you by Aloha Termite and Pest Control and Hawaii Honda Dealers. And that is it for today's show. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in again. I hope you guys are having a happy Aloha Friday. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things to be disappointed about right now. Trust me, I am as well. But there's still things to lift us up. There's still so much more, aloha that we can continue to give and to lead with. And let's just continue to do just that. Lead with aloha. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys come Monday.